He wants you. He doesn't necessarily want your work. He wants you. Now, we will work for Him because we love Him, right? Amen.
Amen.
But He's seeking to have a relationship with you. So sometimes He will call you away. God had a special relationship with Moses here, and He called him up to the mountain. And this is where He gave him the 10 Commandments. His point of contact was the mountain. The people were at the bottom of the mountain, and when Moses came down, their point of contact was with God was the 10 Commandments. It was a new era in life for them. That from that time on, everything in Israel changed. That became what we call the dispensation of the law. That's when the law started. But that was a point of contact. So in your life, there's going to be times when God is going to touch you, and it's going to change your life. I can talk about me because I know me. I don't know all you. I know my stories. I know my testimonies. I told you about the one when God called me to worship. Well, one time I was riding down the road and God spoke to me, and He said, I want you to be a pastor. Just out of the clear blue. I had no inkling about being a pastor. Didn't desire to be a pastor. It was just so clear I had to become one. Or I couldn't stop because He made me one. I can't unmake what God did. Eh? So He called me to be a pastor. That was a point of contact, and that has never changed. When I started praying about what I do as a pastor, I asked God, what do you want me to do? And He sent me over to 2 Timothy, and it says, preach the word. And I waited for my next instruction. And that's been 25 years ago, and it hasn't got any different. My mission is to preach the word. My mission is to give the gospel out, and that's it. These were points of contact that I had in my life. Sometimes God will call you away. I encourage you, when you feel a prompting from God, to stop what you're doing and just spend some time. I don't care if you feel like just all of a sudden like you're doing something very, very important, but you feel God's calling you aside. Just come, I want to talk to you for a minute. Just give me a few minutes of your time. Drop what you're doing and go. And He might just give you a one-line instruction, or He might keep you in His presence for an hour. But listen to that voice and spend time with God. Spend time in His presence.